to another episode of the Springs Youth Podcast. With me, as always, is Luke McDowell.
Howdy.
And Harrison Brannon.
Hey.
All right. So we had us another great Wednesday night last night. Y'all want to talk about it for a little bit?
Nah.
Okay.
Last night was great. I really liked the message. Moments in the Movements was the title.
And that's all Luke remembered.
Yeah, that's all I wrote down. My fault.
Luke's not a good note taker.
I don't take notes. I don't take
Why?
notes. It's just never like I feel like I can't focus as hard whenever I'm like taking notes.
I get that.
It's like I don't know why. It's like I can't chew gum and walk.
What?
Like you can't do two things at once like that.
No, you can.
No.
No, I've never seen it, so it doesn't happen.
I got some Hubba Bubba in the car.
We'll experiment on this later.
I want to see it.
You go on with your thing about service.
You know, service was really good. I really liked having to run and grab some chairs.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I started the trip, and then Luke kind of pushed me too, so I fell into that corner, and my hand.
Y'all
Really?
probably couldn't hear me because y'all were like stampeding to the back.
We were.
I said literally should have picked anybody else but the two of them.
Here, why don't we explain what we're talking about?
So Moments into Movements was a message about the moments that we have in our walk with Christ becoming movements in our lives whenever we move forward to tell other people about Christ, to get them into church so they have that moment, and then their moments will become movements as well, and so on and so on and so on. So we did a whole illustration with chairs last night to show what happens when you invite somebody to church, what happens when they get plugged in, what happens when they get invested. And the more that they invited people, the more chairs got full. And the more chairs got full, we were running out of chairs. So what we had to do, we had to go get more chairs. And then after that, what we have to do, we have to go get more of that. Then we have to move. Then we have to do this. And then we have to do that. Not just to turn around and be like, oh yeah, we're that youth group. We got the numbers. No, because we're focused on getting these moments and these encounters with the Holy Spirit and turning them into movements to reach our community.
Right. But he wanted me and Harrison to go get the chairs. And at first we were just walking at a good pace. But then he started saying, run, run. I said, run. And me and Harrison just had one of those moments where we mentally locked in. And we just we were like, okay, we're running for this.
And I was running.
And apparently Harrison almost tripped right there.
I died.
And I pushed him a bit. I can't lie. But part of me was thinking about diving on him, but I was like, this is still about the Lord. We gotta keep going. So we went, got the chairs finally, and we were running them out, but he was like,
He's like, oh no, don't run with them back.
Don't run with them.
You only asked us to run, no big deal.
Yeah.
No, just, I guess it's whatever. But that wasn't the only time that we had that mental lock during service. Because I remember Heath one time was...
Wait, is this why y'all were both smirking at each other?
Okay, so he started talking about having that person in your life to keep you accountable during things, having that one friend. And then me and Harrison just slightly hit that.
Honestly, when I saw you smirking and Harrison smirking, I was thinking, am I about to have to call both of y'all out? This is going to be a first.
No, we were listening to service.
It was a mental lock-in. You don't understand.
Bro.
You don't get it.
Bro. I had 3 people yesterday ask me about being on the podcast.
Dang.
You know how they get on the podcast?
And 2 of them's never watched the podcast. I was like, 30 subscribers. That challenge is still open, by the way.
It's very open.
Can you lower it? No.
Yeah, that I brought it up last night. I'm not throwing out your names. Kinsey Davis of George County High School. Can you lower it?
Give her her address up.
Yeah, go ahead and give out that social security number too. Mother's maiden name while you're at it.
I don't know Kristen's maiden name.
Not with that attitude.
Okay. But it was a good night. It was a real good night.
It was.
It was.
It was.
Chairs are still up there.
Yes, they are. Because it's a moment.
Because it's a moment. And we'll,
It's going to be a movement. Because we'll have to move them later.
I was like, hey, Heath, you want to move these? Last night. He's like, nah.
we get them later.
I'm good, man.
It's later. It's later, and now we have to move them.
I want to get like a wristwatch that has
You
like.
have a wristwatch.
Yeah, but look, it's
You
like.
have multiple.
But look, it'll go like 1 to 12. But
As-
then 12 will be right here, and then in the middle it'll say later.
I think you could just get something like that on your phone.
No,
Okay.
no, because I'm extra.
Trying to think about how that would work.
It just does.
I don't think it does.
It does.
I don't think it does.
All right, y'all. Well, with Pastor Appreciation coming up,
I appreciate
and
you.
Thanks.
yeah, I appreciate you.
I appreciate it.
And with the talk about moments, let's talk about some youth moments we've had in the past. Like,
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
yeah, exactly. So y'all want to start with like youth fails or like?
I think for Pastor Appreciation, the youth pastor should start.
This is the thumbnail. Yeah. Let's see. Youth fails. Is it just Springs Youth Stories? I think it needs to be.
No, you can go
No.
as far back.
But
as
this is the Springs Youth podcast.
yes.
Yes, my wife.
My wife.
Let's see. There's so many. This is sad.
You should not say that.
God, there's so many.
I didn't mean it like that.
Cut it out.
Only one?
I didn't mean it like that. Let's see.
You had the perfect moment to be like, we have no fails here.
Oh yeah, we've never had a fail in Springs Youth.
That would be a fail in itself.
Just saying, there's an altar right there.
All right. Let me share an Oklahoma City fail. So mine and Caitlin's last Wednesday night in OKC.
Oh, the last night is crazy.
I know. We decided to go out with a bang. Like this was like our swan song. No. Like we'd told the kids like a week before. We were like, hey, we're resigning. We're transitioning back to Mississippi. And feelings were all over the place. And so we're like, we gotta go out with a bang this last night. So that last night we did a Disney night. And anything and everything that could have went wrong happened that night. There was a girl in the youth. It was her first year of youth. Literally like her second Wednesday.
Brother.
That's crazy.
And she wanted to be part of lip sync battle. So I was like, okay. But how we would do lip sync battle, it wouldn't be you pick your song. It's lip sync roulette. You just get whatever song starts playing and you just gotta go with it. Well, she got Into the Unknown from Frozen 2, which you would think for a 7th grade girl, like she would know it. And she did. She got 2 words in, had a mental breakdown, ran off the stage, straight into the bathroom, and locked herself in the stall. I wish I was making this up. So,
And she volunteered for it?
yes. So awkward silence ensued in the whole room. And Caitlin went into the bathroom, checked on her. She was not wanting to come out there for the rest of the night. I felt bad, but that wasn't the only thing that happened that night. There was a kid that had like a medical condition.
Dude.
And I didn't even know. And they were like so determined on being part of this game. We did human jousting. So you would do like, you would get on someone's back. Like they'd be the horse, you'd be on their back, and you get a pool noodle. You run around just like hitting people with it.
That's not how a joust works.
Hey, shut up. So they were supposed to run at each other and just start hitting each other with pool noodles. So this kid had back problems and didn't say nothing about it. Buddy is literally like in pain after, and I'm like, "Are you good?" "Yeah, I'm fine." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I'm like, "Well, hey, look, because I'm thinking like there ain't no way like you could be hurting from like having like a kid that's like 10 pounds soaking wet on your back." So I go into our kids pastor's office the next day and I'm like, "Man, this kid was like talking about how he was hurting, blah, blah, blah." And her eyes get big and I'm like, "What?" She's like, "He's had like 3 back surgeries." And I'm like, "See, this is stuff that I wish I would have known like in the moment because I would have told the kid no."
Yeah, definitely would have helped.
So that's 2 youth ministry fails right there.
Like how you said, "No, we gotta do one from Springs Youth." Neither are from Springs Youth.
Yeah.
I can't. It's hard for me to think of a Springs Youth one without embarrassing somebody.
And you can just like not say names.
This one's about Garrison.
Sounds like a
Garrison.
loser.
Garrison. Hannon. Oh. I'm drawing a blank.
Or maybe a
Well,
bad
Springs
leader
Youth
because
fail.
I've never heard of him.
Yeah, me neither.
I can't think of anything with
Do
both of
you want me and Harrison to go ahead and say ours, and like maybe that'll jog you
Yeah,
right
well, get you.
Oh, y'all got like one in the tank?
Yeah,
I've got one.
Oh.
I've got one.
All right, you can go first.
Alright. So, there's this little thing called heat wave, right? And in heat wave, played a good game of blitzball. But sometimes, and by sometimes I mean just about every time we play blitzball, some of the rules aren't really expressed to their full magnitude.
I sense hostility in your voice.
None.
Alright, keep going.
So, because of that, it causes some altercations to happen on the field. This is every time we play blitzball. I don't think we've played blitzball one time where at least 3 people haven't been mad.
But hey, time out real quick. Upon prior review, me and Pastor Becky and Caitlin have agreed that with Heatwave 2025 and every Heatwave after that, blitzball will be removed. You're welcome, America.
Welcome to Iowa.
So wait, was blitzball just the fail? Or?
Yeah, blitzball in general was the fail.
Oh,
Oh,
that was just kind of mean.
Sorry, not blitzball, because blitzball, it was fun, but the people being mad was not fun. So I think it was the lack of communication that was the
well, you also gotta think like last year's Heatwave. Was it last year?
Probably.
No, not this past year before Legacy, because that was the year that we had the big problems.
Yeah.
70 kids playing blitzball.
No, maybe
Like,
that was the fail, having 70 kids play blitzball.
Yeah.
all right, Luke, what about yours?
Yeah, Luke, your turn.
Okay.
It's gonna be like blitzball.
I had a different one, but it was also about Heatwave.
Oh gosh.
You just didn't do Heatwave well.
That's why I've lost twice.
My fault. But every year at the church we have camp meetings, and one Wednesday night after one of them, I think it was about the year before. I think it was the year before last. We decided to have a testimony night here in youth. So he chose me to be one of the speakers. And if you know me, if I'm just like speaking, I'm not thinking.
Off the dome.
It's very much off the dome, as in William Delk would say.
trash. William Delquite.
But I was talking about the Spirit of God moving, and for some reason, the words "I felt God just touching all over me" came out of my mouth into this entire room of students. And it was just like immediately, I was just like, why did I even say that? And all of them just bust out laughing, completely ruined the mood. And I just had to finish. Like, I couldn't be up there any longer. I was like, okay, and then, amen.
And it was like, right after that is whenever Aiden Thomas gets up and he was like, man, I felt like it was just yesterday. We were like, because it was like 2 days ago, dude. Oh, Thomas.
Alright, what's your other heat wave fail?
Trash ball.
Hey.
No, listen. Specifically, I think it's the one. Actually, no, it's every time we play basketball. I feel like someone's chair ends up across the room and there's like a dog pile on the ground.
Because if people would just follow the rules.
I think it's been Johanna.
It is.
Every
Yeah, no, it
time.
is.
Just 99.9%.
No, all of the time.
No, because that 0.1% is Kirsten Young.
Or Lizzie.
Or Lizzie.
Okay, so 99.8.
What about funny moments from the youth? I feel like we can give funny moments over fails. Because we've had a lot of funny moments.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like
push-ups.
Don't.
no.
Don't.
Cause like certain funny moments aren't just fails because they're funny.
Right.
Bam. That's some knowledge on the side right there.
Philosophy.
Philosophy.
Um,
Do you want to say something from a different youth group, or do you want to stay,
nah,
stay
dude.
in this
No,
youth
we're
group?
going to stay in this youth group, man.
This is a Spring Juice
Yeah,
podcast.
we're going to stay in
I
this.
tell a little story for OKC.
Yeah. Staying with Springs Youth. There was one time at Oklahoma. I'm kidding.
That's not the same thing, you silly goose. More of a business duck person.
I'm more of a business duck. Let's see.
We'll keep in the same order. You'd go first.
Yeah.
Jinx.
Heath.
Dang.
You're just not making the youth group look good in this.
I'm sorry. Like,
Man, I can think of so many fails.
Man,
I can't think of that many funny moments we had.
I feel like we have more funny moments over fails.
it's kind of depressing. Just kidding. Okay. All right. Here's a funny moment. First internship.
I want to go back to the first internship.
First internship, it is Luke McDowell, Harrison Brandon, and Emily Dixon. And I did a lesson with them about setting up chairs. Yes, a whole lesson about chairs. And it was one of those, like, Mr. Miyagi kind of have to, like, learn in the moment type things. About 5 minutes in, I realized that the lesson was going nowhere. Because I automatically see the frustration of we've done set this up, I don't know how many times, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be a part of this anymore. 9?
Yes.
Okay.
Then
Then I finally told them,
stuck with me.
I remember saying the point of the lesson and getting the most god-awful, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of look in that moment. Because I was like, here's the deal. When you take pride in the little things, you'll succeed in the big things. And this is the look that I was met with.
Yeah.
And I just remember having a good laugh about that later.
Sure you did.
I did.
The number 9 scares me now. Because I think about those chairs.
But do you know why 6 was afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9.
Gross.
That's pretty funny.
That's my funny moment.
That's my funny moment. I feel like one of my funny moments is actually in our text conversations. I think 2 weeks ago, we were going over our pros, cons, and capital moments. And one youth student's capital moment was, it was either a capital moment or a con. I don't remember. She was like, I hit my head on the wall. Because it was 2 weeks ago, because that's whenever you had your Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, it wasn't the wall, it was the ceiling.
Oh, my bad. They're really connected, so I wasn't sure.
I would hope they would be.
They ain't not.
Yeah, I did think of another one.
Okay, we'll come back.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
go
come
ahead.
back.
Oh, I thought you were still going.
Oh.
No, I was talking about that student hitting her head,
My fault.
and I thought it was funny.
Once again, that student was Kinsey Davis, freshman at George Gordon High School.
Okay, I got one. What was the last hurricane that was coming through that was supposed to be horrible and then nothing happened?
Yeah, Francis.
Francis. Okay, whenever Hurricane Francis was coming through, we didn't have youth that Wednesday. What?
Which we could have.
Yeah, we really could have. But so
You were storming.
So I was going to Little Caesars to get dinner that night because my mom did not want to make anything, and it's a hurricane, so Little Caesars was going to hit harder. But I texted in the group me, who's trying to do youth over Zoom, and I can't remember if it was you or Caitlin said, "Are you preaching?"
Oh, it was Kate.
And I was like, "Okay, bet." So I just sit in this Little Caesars parking lot writing a whole sermon up, and then I try and send it. Too many characters. So I gotta grab my stuff from Little Caesars, go back to my house, and then type it on my computer, get GroupMe on my computer, just to be able to send it. Bam.
I don't think that was a funny moment. I just think that was more of a shameless plug for Luke.
I thought it was a funny moment.
I mean,
I thought it was funny, Luke.
Thank you.
Even though some people are just haters.
hey, I thought it was a good word.
Thank you.
It genuinely was a good word though.
See, that would have been a flex. If I was just everybody was it was the best.
everybody got saved that night twice.
Yeah.
Nah, funny moment is during the couch series when I was getting on all of the boys about dating.
What?
And I was like, look, if you're doing this, that's not cool. And then Kyle in the back of the room going, 0 Riz.
He said, "That's cringe. If you do that, you have 0 Riz."
I feel like just letting Kyle ad lib in the back
Bro,
is what makes youth. And I miss whenever he's not here.
Yo, 30 subscribers and our first guest will be Kyle.
Yes! Can we get him?
We'll find a way. Pull up to his classroom at Van Cleef.
Think I won't.
That'd be great.
It would be great.
It'd be awesome.
I'm not joking.
Nah.
It's gonna be the best thing that ever happened at Van Cleef High School.
It's like how I'm going to Iowa. And the other place I said Montana.
Why are you
Not Montana, it was Wisconsin.
Oh yeah.
Cheesehead.
I forgot that's a podcast reference.
Yeah.
I watched them.
Unlike some people. I do remember who it was, but I'm not gonna say their name. You know who you are. They were like, hey, I subscribe to the podcast, and I'm with y'all on Spotify too. And I'm like, oh, cool. I'm like, so you watch, you listen? Yeah, but I'm a little behind. Oh, okay, so you missed an episode? No, I've only done the first 10 minutes of the first episode. I'm like, that's not a little behind.
Yeah, huh?
That's a lot behind.
That's left behind. Bam. Like Rapture.
Yeah, no, we get it.
like the book
Or the movie.
or the reboot with Nicolas Cage.
What?
Yeah.
That's a real thing.
Yeah. It's got a 0% on Rotten
I gotta
Tomatoes.
watch it.
Dude, I have to watch it. Do you have it?
No.
Why?
Because it's got a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
If you have a 0%
So do
on
half of your movies.
if you have a 0%
Half
on
of
Rotten, yeah.
Okay, sorry, 2/3 of them.
If you have a
2/3 of
0%,
Okay, sorry, all of them.
if you have a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, that just means you have a 100%.
Yeah, real.
You're so bad that You're great.
Exactly.
I'm a little pressed right now. Do you not like my movie selection?
No, I like your movie selection.
Okay.
I just thought you wanted me to keep going up because you were
No,
like,
I was about to get like, I was about to get defensive, bro. I was about to be like, yo, you've been to my house.
I have been to your house.
You've been in my house where I keep my movies.
I've also been in Luke's house. And then I was in Luke's house. I don't know why, but that still trips me out. Thinking about how your house was his house.
That's a lore drop for the podcast.
Yeah, so if you've never been to Magnolia Springs,
Which you should.
we have like 52 or 55 acres of property. That's a flex. And on that property, we have a bunch of houses for our staff pastors.
And you.
And Jeremy. So my house, the youth pastor house, at one point, Luke and his family lived in it when they first moved from Texas to Mississippi.
Even though he likes stales more than steaks.
Stales.
Stales.
I know what I said.
I like stales more than snakes.
I'm not gonna say I almost said that. But I did. Texas boy.
Yeah, so like his brother Wade's old bedroom is my room. That's kind of weird. There's Jeremy.
Hey. He heard us.
It's like Beetlejuice. He said his name too many times.
I think we only said it like once.
Jeremy. Oh. So yeah. Anything else Springs Youth wise?
It would be your turn.
It would be my turn for the funny ha-has.
Yeah, if you want to go on that, or if you want to diverge into another thing.
Oh, I love diverging.
Nah.
Like whenever they run across the train, or they run across the train, or when they run across the train. I only watched the first one.
That's not all they do in the first one. I think the first one's a good movie. Nah.
I gotta be real with you. I watched Divergent when it first came out. And that's the only time I watched Divergent.
I mean, I've only seen it one. I don't rewatch movies like ever.
Yeah, no, that's real too. I don't really watch movies.
Like, it has to be one that I love
Yeah.
unconditionally.
Like Remember the Titans.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Or Blindside.
Or
Horrible
Blindside.
thing that happened in real life.
Yeah, no,
But the
like
movie-
it was actually like,
horrible thing.
bad.
Movie's great.
But the movie. I love that movie so much.
I rewatch a lot of movies.
Or the Curious George movie.
Never seen it.
I love the Curious George
Your
movie.
second birthday party was a Curious
It
George
was,
birthday.
and I was dressed up like Curious George.
And I was there, man.
Pixar didn't happen.
Oh, we're at 28 minutes.
Mom, please send me monkey pictures.
It's like stock images. I'll go Google and be like, no, for my second birthday.
Man, I wish it would load.
Do you have it? You actually have it?
I'm on my mom's Facebook, dog.
Oh.
I'm finding it.
Bro, you're going to be scrolling. We're going to run out of time.
Yeah, we just don't have time in the podcast for that.
Okay, well, you'll see it later.
Tune in next week when Harrison's still scrolling.
I'm gonna find it.
Yeah, y'all got anything?
I'm good.
No, I'm good.
Well, that concludes another week of the Springs Youth Podcast.
Hey, but if you want to see a guest on here, remember, 30 subscribers.
Yes. And tune in next week when we find something else to talk about that's not really relevant.
Like stales.
Amen.
So, see ya.